So inviting everyone to find your space. Pause this video and find your space if you need. And return to your breaths. Simply just be aware of the thoughts and emotion that rise and fall. Close your eyes and allow your breath to be your anchor, anchoring your focus slowly and slowly as a permission for you all to return into your heart, to return into your inner caves, to your center, to your sacred temples. If anyone feels a bit overwhelmed, place your hands on your belly button. Inhale, belly button moves outwards. Give yourself permission. Give your belly permission just to expand. Give yourself permission to get used to the expansion, the stretch of the skin around your midsection. Exhale, contract belly button back to the spine gently. Inhale again, expand. Exhale, contract. Be with your breath. Allow the sense of worries, rush against time, to dissolve. Once again, anything that rises, send gratitude and allow them to fall. Let your breath be your anchor. Let the energy flow. Feel your roots. If you have your feet connecting with the ground, feel your feet. Feel your anchors, your roots, your feet. Feel your heart of earth. Feel the energy of the land where you are. So, yeah, I just would like to speak a little about the current process. The recent new moon, of course, is another portal, a reminder for us to anchor new vision, to align with new chapter, although we don't completely know where is this heading. But there's invitation for us to ease into change, to ease into again the unknown, and again to be really ground ourselves back into our center, and feeling that it's okay not to know the next step. The most importantly, to know that everything is in this now moment, is in each breath. And the topic of this video is embodiment. However, this is a huge topic to be talked about, and also it's a huge process in a sense that we are walking the path and we are integrating what we have learned so far, what we have gone through so far, and really embodying, really take action, really again walk the path. And I'm not sure if I've spoke about this in the recent video, how this 2021 feels like a preparation of rebirth of inner sage, rebirth of inner shamans, rebirth of the Zen state of being. And of course, this doesn't mean that, you know, it's all blissful and we are totally in a state of permanent bliss and happiness. If there's that kind of thinking, know that that is conditioning itself, for nothing is impermanent. So it is this invitation for us to make peace with both highs and low. And again, finding our center, being grateful with every little things. And of course, being mindful with the shadow side, the naughty side, the so-called the demon side within us. And I feel that it's not about the thinking of, you know, killing the ego or killing the shadow. No, it's not about that. But it's about each of us being mindful, being self-aware, in the sense of not judging ourselves negatively, not sabotaging ourselves, not hating ourselves or projecting hate and anger on the system, but seeing through the higher self eyes that there's lessons within all this, and there's higher reason within all this process. And of course, the logic is not going to be able to understand the whole picture. And again, this awakening of the inner shaman, the inner sage, and the Zen practice is for us to find that middle path. And this is all spoken already through my channels, but it seems so relevant again to be, okay, I'm going to embrace this, I'm going to bring this in and integrate this. And of course, you know, we can always participate in a lot of ceremonies, we can always participate in a lot of workshops, do a lot of meditation, but the core is that we are human beings. We have this physical experience for a reason. And this comes with the invitation for you to contemplate and for you to really bring into action of practice of what embodiment means to each of you. And now I will leave the link if you're interested to look deeper in a Sacred Mayan calendar. I'm not an expert, I'm a student, and I'm still experiencing and process as the energy flows. As I mentioned in the previous video, that the 3rd of January begins the new Trecena, begin the new 13-day cycle of ego medicine, Tz'ikin. And today is the 13th day completing this cycle with Ke. Tz'ikin is the ego, and we're completing with the Dia medicine of Ke. And I'm bringing this up because this has to do with how we align with the inner shaman, how we align with the new vision. For the ego medicines reminds us of the Great Spirit, connection with Sun, Soul, Soul, connection with how we can fly above and align with the higher vision of wholeness. And wholeness doesn't always attach with the high state of being and high frequency only. The vision of wholeness, the embodiment of wholeness, is both highs and low and something between. And this why it aligns with the Zen practice of not being attached with any state of being, but to be fluid, to embrace and to flow. Okay, we sometimes it's okay to accept that I'm a mess. Sometimes it's okay to have tears and laugh at the same times. Sometimes it's okay to feel that earthquake within, to go really deep into fear, into old attachment, and to meet that part of ourselves that how much we try to cling on and to grasp and let go and just surrender. So, coming back into the energy of the sacred Mayan calendar today, Ke is the deer, and the deer to many of us speaks of gentleness, compassion, and love. The eyes of compassion, the state of being that we meet parts of fear, we meet parts of the inner or outer demons with eyes of love, with eyes of gentleness, with eyes of compassion. Moreover, to the Siberian shamanism, for the origin of the word shaman comes from the Siberian region, the deer is a vehicle of the shaman to ride and go into the upper world, into the celestial realm, and to obtain higher knowledge from higher selves, higher guides. And this aligns with the energy of the ego. So today, this is why I'm speaking of all this, giving you different parts of the jigsaw puzzles for you to kind of, okay, this resonates, this doesn't resonate, leave it. But is a sharing from my heart, saying that there's powerful portals going on, and today is such a perfect day for each of us to come in, using this deer medicine to meet parts of ourselves that we find hard to let go, that we find hard to make peace. And know that letting go is not about losing something, but it's about letting go of clinginess, stickiness. It's changing and shifting our reactions towards inner and outer situations. And deer can really remind us of forgiveness, of compassion. So how can we channel this deer medicine into transformation, into self-mastery and responsibility? And also go in beyond the wanting to grasp, the wanting to make sense, the wanting to control. Go into your inner caves, into your inner womb space, however that means to you. To align with that inner voice of the higher self, to align with the inner voice of the medicine person, the inner shaman within you. To bring in the higher awareness, the new vision. And within this process of meeting new vision, we're going to go through layers of the old. And that's fine. Don't judge it negatively. It's very much like, again, process of initiation, where we're meeting our old personality in order to inject and channel the new knowledge, the wisdom that we have obtained. And this is the integration, and to become the living sage, and to become the living shaman. For the living shaman is not about conducting ceremonies or rituals only, but is living it. How are we living our passion? How are we living our higher selves? And know that this is going to be different to each of you, because you are learning to embrace your authenticity. Follow your passion, embrace your uniqueness, and as well at the same time embrace diversity within and around and out. So here I invite you again just to come back into your space. Breathe. And no need to try to make sense of everything that's shared here. Just let the energy flow. Breathe. If it helps, in through your nostril, out through your mouth gently. Place your hands on your heart. medicine of the deer that are assisting us today on the 15th of January 2021. Call on your higher self in your heart. Call on your shaman ancestors. Call on your inner child. Call on the Divine Mother and Father within you. Any fears, any sadness, breathe in, embrace them, caress them, for they are parts of you. Exhale and return back into your center. Feel and see your higher self approaching you. Trust in your imagination. For your imagination is the conduit of your higher self. If any questions, ask your heart, ask your higher self, ask your inner shaman. Or perhaps allow yourself to feel the subtle communication through this presence that you share within your inner world. Any doubts, any fear that rise, weave that together with your higher selves. Use your creativity of how you can meet all in the center. Feel the inner fire within your heart, fire of passion. Nanu Suyati Masaya. Along the path as you are pursuing your excitements and passion, insecurity may rise, or waves may rise. Know that your higher self, know that your heart, your inner shamans hold the wisdom of how to swim through this old wave and integrate high awareness. Weave the new consciousness into the old with love, forgiveness and compassion and gentleness. Tatasiya nananu kiyananu penetrate through your crown to the heart of the sky, to the Great Spirit, to the sun. Exhale down and feel your inner sun in your heart. A sense of all that exists within you. Inhale again and feel the warmth, the presence of the sun within you, androgynous-like state of being. Inhale again and exhale down to your root. Down to the earth, down to heart of earth, heart of the land where you are. Feel yourself as the conduit of heart of the sky and heart of earth. Your passion, your uniqueness will guide you into the direction of your soul experience. Thank you. You can take this as an inspiration, adapt it, change it according to how you resonate. I was going to bring in the drum, but he's a bit damp today. Goatsy drum's a bit damp today. And my shoulder can use a bit of a break from holding the drum. As always, thank you for taking your time to connect with this channel. I'm going through a lot of changes. However, my service is still open. And if you're interested to work with me, check out my website. Most of all, be the caretaker of your heart. A lot of emotion rises, and it's for us to be aware how much we externalize sense of love, sense of value upon this external world, and how we can always bring back into inside and merge with the mystical side of creation. And if you feel that you are alone, you're never really alone. The path that you are on weave deeply with collective consciousness. Each of us just go through our own individual theme of transformations. Be gentle, take all the time that you need to be with yourself. It's a great moment of time to kind of put your gadgets down from time to time and take more time for you. Lots of love. Namaste.